Good morning, children. Myself, Mrs. Roma Putran, an educator of Maths, Standard 10th from Srimati LP Samani Vidya Bhavan. Children, today we are going to start with chapter number 10, that is circle. First of all, the question arises, what is meant by circle? So, a circle is a set of points. Here you can see a set of points lying at equal distance from a fixed point. Now, this is a fixed point. This fixed point is known as center of a circle. So again I am repeating, set of points lying at a fixed distance from a fixed point is known as a circle. Now children, this you all have already learned. All this set of points, it makes a circle. All the points lie at the same distance from the fixed point, that is center. So here you can say this is known as radius of a circle. Now children, what is meant by radius of a circle? So in simple language we can say that a line segment whose one endpoint is center of a circle and other endpoint is on the circle is known as radius of a circle. So this is radius of a circle. Another term is diameter. What is meant by diameter? A line segment whose both the endpoints lie on a circle. Both the endpoints lie on a circle is known as diameter of a circle. Now this is known as chord. What is meant by chord? Chord means a line segment whose both the endpoints lie on a circle is known as chord. Now see children, what is the difference between chord and diameter? Both definition is same. A line segment whose both the endpoints lie on a circle. Here also line segment whose both the endpoints lie on a circle. The only difference is diameter passes through the center of a circle. So if anybody asks what is the definition of diameter, you can say a line segment whose both the endpoints lie on a circle and which passes through the center of a circle is known as diameter. While we can say what is meant by chord? A line segment whose both the endpoints are on the circle is known as chord. Now children, here we can see this is a diameter. We can also say that it is a chord. Why we can say that it is a chord? Because both the endpoints lie on the circle. So, the biggest chord of a circle is the diameter. Here you can see biggest chord of a circle is the diameter. Now, radius, that is symbol is r. Similarly, diameter symbol is d. Now, d equals to, here you can say this is d, 1r and second r. So, what is meant by d? D is equals to 2r. 2r means 2 times the radius. So, if the question is find out diameter, the formula will be 2 multiplied by r. While if the question is find out r, the formula will be d upon 2. So, the formula to find out diameter is 2 times radius, while the formula to find out radius is half of diameter. Now, children, if the line, here we can see this is a circle. If a line intersects the circle at only 2 points, it is known as secant of a circle. Here we can say this line intersects the circle at 2 points, that is A and B. So, this AB is a secant of a circle. While next is tangent. What is meant by tangent? A line which intersects the circle at one and only one point is known as tangent of a circle. There we can see this line L, this is line L, it intersects the circle at one and only one point. So, this line L is known as the tangent. Now, what is the difference between secant and tangent? Line intersects the circle at 2 points and tangent means line intersecting the circle at 1 point is known as tangent. Now children, the point at which the tangent intersects the circle, that is here you can see point P. This point P is known as point of contact. So point P is the point of contact. Now here you can see OP. OP is a radius. Now children, radius and tangent are always perpendicular. Here you can see this is tangent, this is radius. Radius and tangent are always perpendicular. Similarly, now talking about the tangent, now the question may arise how many tangents can be there? So the answer is there can be infinite number of tangents. So number of tangents are infinite. Now in this third figure children, you can see tangents. As I told you, so this PA and PB are known as the tangent because this line intersects the circle at point A. This line intersects the circle at point B. So PA and PB are known as the tangent. Now here OA and OB are the radius. As I told you just now only that radius and tangent intersect at 90 degree. Similarly, this is radius, this is tangent intersect at 90 degree. One more thing children, the two tangents passing from the same point, they are always equal. Now in this figure you can see two tangents are there. PA and PB are the two tangents. Length of the tangent is always same. So here PA and PB is always same. So this thing we learnt about the circle. Okay children, next theorem 10.1. Theorem 10.1 is the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So here you can see this is circle, this is tangent. Tangent is xy. Point P is the point of contact, while OP is the radius. What we have to show? We have to show that tangent is perpendicular to the radius of a circle. So your radius, your tangent, they are perpendicular, that we have to show. Now what is given? A circle with center O. Here you can see children, circle with center O. XY is a tangent to a circle. Here you can see XY is a tangent to a circle with a point of contact P. This is point of contact P. What we have to prove? We have to prove that OP is perpendicular to XY. Now first of all children, we will suppose that take a point Q on XY. First of all we have to take a point Q on XY other than P. Other than P, that means not on P. Take a point Q on XY other than P and then join OQ. Then we have to join OQ. Now there are two possibilities. While suppose if Q is inside the circle or if Q is outside the circle. So first of all we will think about if Q is inside the circle. Now children, if this Q is inside the circle, then it will become a secant of a circle. As we know, what is meant by secant of a circle? Secant of a circle means line which intersect the circle at 2 points. So if Q is inside the circle, then it will be the secant of a circle. And if a point Q lies outside the circle, that is on line XY, then OQ is greater than OP. From the figure you can make out. OQ is greater than OP. Now as OQ is greater than OP, what does it shows? It shows that OQ is greater than OQ is greater than OP. That means OP is the shortest distance from the center. So this happens only whenever it is the shortest distance. So shortest distance is OP and shortest distance is radius. So we can say that shortest distance is always perpendicular to the line XY. Now yes children, next question, theorem 10.2. Theorem 10.2 is the length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Length of tangent drawn from external point. Here children you can see this is a circle. Point P is a point outside the circle, that means external point. PQ and PR are the tangents. So length of tangents drawn from external points are equal. That means we have to show that PQ and PR are same. That we have to show. Now children, looking at this figure you can make out that OQ and OR is a radius. And you all know, I have already explained you in theorem 10.1 that radius and tangent are always perpendicular. That means this is 90 degree, this one is also 90 degree. These two are radius, so they will be same. So first of all, what data is given? A circle with center O. Then PQ and PR are the tangents, are the two tangents that is given. We have to show that these two tangents are same. That means PQ equals to PQ equals to PR. Now first of all what we'll do, we'll join OQ, OR and OP, we will join it. Now children, here you can see, considering these two triangles, which two triangles? Triangles OQP and triangle OPR. Considering these two triangles, in this triangle this is 90 degree because radius and tangent are perpendicular. In this triangle this is 90 degree because radius and tangent are perpendicular. So R happen. Now hypotenuse. Now children, in this triangle POQ, angle Q is 90 degree. So hypotenuse, OP is the hypotenuse. Similarly for triangle OPR, R is 90 degree. So OP is the hypotenuse. So here you can see children, common hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is common. First we have seen that it is right angle. Second we have seen that hypotenuse is same. Now next children, here you can see OQ and OR, both will be same because both are the radius and radius are always same. So radii are always same, that means OQ equals to OR. So by RHS theorem, we can show that this triangle POQ equals to triangle POR. Now as these two triangles are similar, congruent, that means PQ and PR will be same. by CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So like this we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. Okay children, now exercise 10.2. Question number 1. From a point Q. Here you can see children, from a point Q, the length of tangent. Here children, in this figure you can see PQ is a tangent, OP is a radius. So the question is, from a point Q, the length of tangent is 24 centimeter. So here PQ equals to 24 centimeter. And the distance Q from the center, this is Q, this is center O. Distance Q from the center is 25 centimeter. That means OQ is 25 centimeter. The radius of the circle. In figure you can see children, OP is the radius. That means OP we have to find it out. Now children, as you all know, this is radius, this is tangent. They are always perpendicular. That means triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle. Angle P is 90 degree. So OQ, that is side opposite to 90 degree, is hypotenuse. This is 90 degree. So OQ is the hypotenuse. So by Pythagoras theorem, we can say that OQ square equals to OP square plus PQ square. OQ is 25, so 25 square plus O is equals to OP square plus PQ is 24, so 24 square. 25 square is 625 is equals to OP square plus 24 square is 576. Plus 576, if we take to the left side, it will become minus 576 is equals to OP square. Now, therefore, OP square is equals to 625 minus 576 is 49. Therefore, OP is equals to 7 centimeter. Therefore, radius is 7 centimeter. Now, next question, question number 2. In figure is already given. TP and TQ are tangents to a circle with center O such that angle POQ is equals to 110. Angle PTQ we have to find it out. Now children, this figure is already given. Here in this figure you can make out that this PT and TQ are the tangent. This is radius. You know that radius and tangent are perpendicular. That means this angle is 90, similarly this angle is 90. Angle at the center is already given. Angle at the center is 110. We have to find out PTQ. Now children, just see POQT. It is nothing but a quadrilateral. Now children, you know in quadrilateral sum of the four angle is 360 degree. So angle P plus angle O plus angle Q plus angle PTQ is equals to 360. P is 90, Q is 90, POQ is 110. By putting the value, answer you will get PTQ is equals to 70. So the angle between two tangent, that is PTQ, is equals to 70. Okay children, next question. Prove that the tangents drawn at the end of the diameter of a circle are parallel. That means tangents drawn at the end of the diameter. Now children, here you can see PQ is a diameter. So here PQ is a diameter. AB is a tangent drawn at the end point P, while CD is a tangent drawn at the end point Q. That means this is PQ is a diameter. These two tangents drawn at the end point of the diameter. Then what we have to show? We have to show that these two tangents are parallel. That means AB is parallel to CD. So first of all, we will write PQ is a diameter of a circle. AB and CD are the two tangents drawn at point P and drawn at point Q. Okay. Now children, we have to prove that these two lines are parallel. First of all, here you can see OP is a radius while AB is a tangent. Children, you know that radius and tangent are always perpendicular to each other. That means this angle will be 90 degree. So OP and AB is tangent. So angle OPA equals to 90 degree by theorem 10.1. Theorem 10.1 is tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. Similarly, here you can see children, therefore angle OPA equals to 90 degree. Similarly, here you can see this is radius, this is tangent. Radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other by theorem 10.1. So this angle OQD is 90 degree by theorem 10.1. So children, can you see this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. Now these two angles are same, as well as these two angles are alternate interior angle. So from one end to these two angles are same and they are alternate interior angle. Therefore, as the alternate interior angles are same, so we can say that AB is parallel to CD. Children, next question. Question number 7. Two concentric circles. Now children, you all know what is meant by concentric circles. Two circles having the same radius, having the same center and different radius is known as concentric circle. So here you can see first circle, second circle. Both the circles are having the same center and radius is different. This is the radius of smaller circle, this is the radius of bigger circle. So concentric circles means two circles having the same center and different radius is known as concentric circles. So the question is, two concentric circles are of radii 5 cm and 3 cm. That means radius of bigger circle is 5 cm, radius of smaller circle is 3 cm. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle. Okay, this is the larger circle. AB is the chord of larger circle. So what we have to find? We have to find this chord of larger circle. Again I am repeating, find the length of the chord of larger circle which intersect the circle which touches the smaller circle. So here you can see this chord of bigger circle, it touches the smaller circle. And we have to find out this AB. Now children, here you can see that AB is a chord of bigger circle which touches the smaller circle. Now OP is radius, AB is tangent. Now children, you all know that radius and tangent are always perpendicular according to theorem 10.1. So as it is perpendicular, so angle OPA equals to 90 degree. OPA is 90 degree. Now in this triangle, here you can see children, triangle is formed. Now in this triangle OPA, angle P is 90 degree. Therefore, now angle P is 90 degree. So hypotenuse is OA. OA is the hypotenuse. As you all know, side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, OA square equals to OP square plus AP square. OA is 5. So 5 square equals to AP square plus 3 square. 5 square is 25. AP square as it is, 3 square is 9. Now we want to find out AP. This 9 we will take to the left side. Plus 9 will become minus 9. So 25 minus 9 is equals to AP square. Therefore, AP square equals to 16. AP equals to 4 centimeter. So children, this AP is 4 centimeter we have got. But our question is to find out AB. We have to find out AB. Now children, you all have already learned that perpendicular drawn from the center. Now for a bigger circle, this is center, this is a chord. Perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle bisect the chord. That means it divides the chord into two equal parts. That means this AP and PB both will be same. Children, this you have learned in 9th standard. That perpendicular drawn from center to the chord bisect the chord. That means these two chords are, AP and PB both are same. Now AP is 4, so PB also will be 4. Therefore, AB equals to 2 times AP. That is 2 times 4. So AB is 8 centimeter. So like this, the chord of the larger circle, the length of the chord of larger circle is 8 centimeter. Okay children, next question. In figure, xy and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents. Now children, figure is already given. Xy and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents. Here you can see at the point of contact P and at the point of contact Q. Okay. Now intersecting xy at A and B. Prove that angle AOB. Now what we have to show? We have to show that this angle AOB is 90 degree. That we have to prove. Now children, first of all this figure is given. Okay. They have not given this OC, so we will join this OC. Now considering triangle OPA and OCA. Children, OPA and OCA. Now this is radius, this is tangent. Okay, that means this angle is 90 degree. This is radius, this is tangent. So this angle will be 90 degree. Now considering triangle OPA and OCA. 90 degree, 90 degree. Okay. Now for this triangle, for triangle OPA, AO is the hypotenuse. Similarly, for triangle ACO, AO is the hypotenuse. That means common hypotenuse. So here you can see OA equals to OA, common hypotenuse. Then AP equals to AC. According to theorem 10.2, tangents from the same point outside the circle are same. So here you can say this is circle. Point A is outside the circle. AP and AC are the two tangents drawn from the same point. So AP and AC will be same. So AP equals to AC by theorem 10.2. So we can say that triangle OPA and triangle OCA both are same by RHS. That means right angle, hypotenuse and side. Now as these angles are same, so we can say that this angle PAO and angle OAC, these two angles will be same. Now children, if these two angles are same, that means PAO equals to CAO. So we can say that PAB equals to 2 times OAC because it is 2 times. So I have written PAB equals to 2 times OAC. Similarly, this side also children, this side angle QBA is equals to 2 times angle OBC in the same way as we have done in the upper half plane. So this we have got. Now children, here you can see XY is parallel to X dash Y dash. AB is a transversal. That means this angle and this angle will be 180 because interior angle on the same side of transversal. So we can say that angle PAB plus angle QBA equals to 180 because XY parallel to X dash Y dash and AB is transversal. So these two are interior angle, so its sum is 180. Now PAB. What is PAB? We have already found out 2 times OAC. Then QBA is 2 times OBC equals to 180. Dividing by 2, we will get angle OAC plus angle OBC equals to 90 degree. Now children, this is OAC, that means this angle, and OBC means this angle. Sum of these two angle is 190. Now we have to follow this triangle, triangle AOB. Can you see children, triangle AOB? Okay, so triangle AOB, in triangle AOB, angle OAB plus angle OBA plus angle AOB is equals to 180. Angle sum property. Sum of the three angle of a triangle is 180. Now angle OAC plus angle OBC, we have already got it is 90 degree plus angle AOB is equals to 180. Therefore, angle AOB is equals to 180 plus 90 will become minus 90. So AOB is equals to 90 degree proved. Our question was to prove that angle AOB equals to 90 degree. Okay children, now next question, question number 12, a triangle ABC. Now here you can see children, triangle ABC is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Circumscribe a circle means circle touches all the three sides of a triangle. Okay, such that segments BD and DC into which BC is divided by a point of contact D. So here you can see children, this is BC, that is tangent, divided by the point of contact. This is point of contact D. Are of the length 8 and 6. That means length of these two sides are 8 and 6 respectively. Find the sides AB and AC. That we have to find it out. Now children, here you can see, this is a circle, this is a point outside it. So from this point C, this CD and CF will be same. Similarly, point A is outside the circle, so AF and AE will be same according to theorem 10.2. Then B is a point outside the circle. So this BE and BD are the tangents drawn from point B. So BE and BD will be same. Okay, now children, here you can see CD is 6, so CF also will be 6 according to theorem 10.2. Tangents from the same point are congruent. Similarly, BD is 8, so BE will be 8 according to theorem 10.2. Now these two sides are not given. So this side we will suppose as X. Suppose AF is X, then AE also will be X. So this two will be X. Now children, here what we have to do? First of all, we have to find out triangle ABC. Triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC. Now this triangle consists of three sub-triangles. You can see it consists of OBC, it consists of OAB and it consists of OAC. It consists of three triangles. So what we can do, we can take triangle ABC equals to triangle OBC plus triangle OAB plus triangle OAC. So first of all children, we will find out area of triangle ABC. Now side is given. Children, you know, whenever side is given, at that time, if we want to find out area of triangle, then we have to use Heron's formula. What is Heron's formula? First of all, we have to find out semi-perimeter. Its formula is S. Okay, that means its symbol is S. Formula is A plus B plus C upon 2. Now A means A, B and C are the three sides of a triangle. So what is A? A is x plus 6, B is x plus 8 and C is 8 plus 6. So we have done x plus 6 plus x plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 whole upon 2. I simply applied the formula of semi-perimeter. So x plus x 2x plus 28 whole upon 2. Now here in numerator what is common? 2 is common. 2 common, so in bracket it will be x plus 14. 2 cut, so what is remaining? X plus 14. Now formula to find out area of triangle ABC is under root S, S minus A, S minus B into S minus C. S means semi-perimeter. Now S is x plus 14. S minus A, S is x plus 14. A is, what is A? X plus 6. B is x plus 8 and C is 6 plus 8. So simply I kept the value of S, A, B and C. By keeping the value I got it. Now here you can see by opening the bracket x plus 14 minus x minus 6 plus x minus x cut plus x minus x cut. And here children plus x 14 plus 14 minus 14 cut. Here you can see plus 14 minus 14 cut. So here x plus 14, 14 minus 6 is 8, 14 minus 8 is 6, okay, and x as it is. So 8 6 are 48x into bracket x plus 14. So this is the area of triangle ABC. Now children, we will find out area of triangle OBC, this triangle. Children, you know area of triangle equals to half into base into altitude. Now for this triangle children, what is the base? Base is BC. Altitude is OD. So half into 4 into 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. So half into 4 into 14. Answer is 28. Now children, we will find out area of triangle OAB. This half into altitude into base. Altitude half into base. What is base? X plus 8. So x plus 8. Altitude is 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So answer we are getting 2 into bracket x plus 8. Now we will find out area of triangle OAC. Half into base into altitude. Base is x plus 6. Altitude is 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 2 into bracket x plus 6. So children, like this we found out area of triangle ABC and its sub-triangle we found out. So now here ABC equals to OBC plus OAB plus OAC. This I have explained. Now ABC value is this. OBC is 28, OAB is 2 into a bracket x plus 8 and OAC is 2 into bracket x plus 6. Okay, by solving this, what you will get children? This equals to 4x plus 56. Now children, here what is common? 4 is common. 4 common, so in bracket it will be x plus 14. Now children, we don't want root. If we want to remove the root, what we have to do? We have to take square on both the side. So what I have done, I have taken square on both the side. By taking the square of this root, the square is removed. So it will be 48x into bracket x plus 14 is equals to 4 square is 16. X plus 14 square means x plus 14 into x plus 14. Now x plus 14 cut. So x is equals to what is remaining? X is equals to 16 upon 48 into bracket x plus 14. By carrying out further calculation, you will get x is equals to 7. So we got x is equals to 7. Now children, our question is find out AB. So AB is equals to x plus 8. X is 7. So 7 plus 8 equals to 15 centimeter. Next is AC. AC is x plus 6. That is 7 plus 6 is equals to 13 centimeter. So like this children, we got the value of AB and AC. So children, here we end our chapter. This was the last sum. Here we end our chapter. Bye everybody. Thank you very much.